Welcome back everyone, David here with another indie game review. This time it's called Anima Flux. After completing the game, here are my thoughts what the game has to offer. This is a 2D action co-op metroidvania. The story it starts off where one soldier and one gladiator find each other. One is called Ellie, who is an archer who follows orders from the higher ups without question, is very loyal. Roy is a gladiator who knows the government does not care much for his people. He uses a great sword, but it's more melee combat. Ellie is the mid-range. She's fast, deals a bit less damage than Roy, but is the main character everyone will use more for combat in general. Gameplay: in single player mode, while you control one character, the other will fight alongside you. Won't take too much damage. In some cases, enemies and bosses will ignore him and go after you, who is controlling the other character. If your character dies, you take control of the other and can revive the other sometimes. The game is compatible with a D-pad to move your characters. By pressing on the right side or left side on the analog stick, you can issue commands to the other character you're not controlling to follow you or stay still. This is sometimes required to activate switches. It is also very useful when doing platform jumpings because you don't want the other character to fall down and die accidentally. Each character can only carry one medkit to use to recover HP or to use for an NPC for a side quest. Enemies in the game are mostly bugs. They will drop purple marbles. This is used as money to buy perks or items from NPCs or machines found throughout the whole entire game. Early on, you will meet a doctor that will give you a machine for free. It works like a compass. Make sure to talk to him again. For $300, buy the upgrade. It will highlight with icons all the NPCs in the map that you have found and save points and fast travels to the hub called labs. Speaking of save points, there is only one save point in the entire game, and it's where your characters respawn after they die. But there are special access tubes in each area that will take you directly to this save point. The background artwork reminds me of visual novel games. Think of it as a comic book style. The music is very well done, especially on some bosses. It does get you hyped. The difficulty: the game starts you off with only one attack button and a jump. After defeating the bosses in the first area, you will get abilities to use: the charge attack, the dash, and the rage mode. There will be other abilities like the double jump to find throughout the entire game. Combat in this game is 60% more like Contra, since this is a co-op, two-up or two-player mode, but works awesome as single player. Take in mind that most enemies will try to focus on the character you're controlling if you're playing on single player mode, not the one that the AI is using. Enemies can sometimes take a few hits before going down. Rage mode does come in handy when this happens. When you have 4 power cells full, for a few seconds you can go to rage mode and deal a good amount of damage. It will help you from tight spots when enemies surround your character. The game is 40% exploration. It's your choice if you want to do the side quests from NPCs, but they will reward you with increased damage for your weapons so you can clear way more faster rooms and sometimes even bosses. There is also armor, so you won't take damage for 2 hits. It's all up to you guys if you want to do the side quests. The 2 main issues with the game that I have, that most players will also have: one, there's very few money dropped from enemies, and picking them up is a little bit like a chore sometimes. I mean, you have to walk past the purple marbles to pick up the money, because there are some achievements that require you to save 1,000, 2,000 or 3,000, and perks and items cost between 300 and 500 and even 1,000 from NPCs. But there are places to farm money in the game, and there is also a magnet that will draw the money towards your characters by completing side quests early on after you clear the first area in the city. The second maybe issue is not knowing where to go or getting stuck. Take in mind, this is a metroidvania type game. Exploration is strong in this game. There won't be no highlight area or NPC telling you to go west or east. like most other games. It would be nice to add some markers to place on the map for items you can't reach, so you can come back later or have already found and you don't want to repeat going back to this area because you already found the item. The game also has some of the best animation cutscenes in some parts of the game, very well detailed. The action scenes, hope to maybe see an anime movie or something like that someday about this, because the artists who did the animations here are very top notch. Overall, the final score for Anima Flux, I would say the game is
Congratulations.
the game will take you close to 8 hours on your first run. Without no guide following, add 2 hours more to get close to the 95 or 97% clear rate, because like I mentioned, you have to farm and do side quests so you can increase more your percentage of the game. This is DavidLink05 signing up. Hope to see you guys in the next indie game review. Take care.